Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. 4 teenagers were hurt in a weekend UTV crash in Viroqua. According to the Vernon County Sheriff's Office, a side-by-side UTV was headed east on the Upper Maple Vale Road when the 14-year-old driver tipped the UTV onto its side while making a right turn. All 4 passengers were taken to the hospital and they were released that day. Police say no seatbelts or helmets were used. The crash is still under investigation. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is urging Hamas to accept a proposal to help bridge differences over a possible ceasefire in Gaza that could bring some Israeli hostages home. Blinken says Israel has signed off on that agreement. The high-stakes talks come as fears rise that the war could escalate into a bigger regional conflict. President Biden delivered the keynote address on night 1 of the Democratic National Convention. Vice President Kamala Harris also made a brief surprise speech as party officials lay out their vision for the ticket. Outside the venue, there were a few arrests of demonstrators who breached a fence line. There'll be a ceremonial roll call later today, even though Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, were already nominated in an online vote. Ahead of day 2, both parties are making stops in Wisconsin today. Harris and her running mate will be at Pfizer Forum, their 3rd Wisconsin visit in recent weeks. Republican VP nominee J.D. Vance will hold a press conference in Kenosha, joined by GOP Senate nominee Eric Hovde and Representative Brian Steele. Bangor residents will see an important school funding question on their November ballots. Bangor voters will decide whether to renew a $900,000 annual funding boost for their school district. This referendum seeks to continue the support voters first approved in 2021. If residents vote yes, the funding will kick in for the 2025 school year. A no vote could force the district to increase class sizes, delay maintenance, and cut student opportunities. Henderson Health System is expanding its mental health services in response to growing community needs. They are adding 4 inpatient health beds, allowing them to serve an extra 200 patients in crisis each year. This expansion comes at a critical time after recent closures have created a significantly reduced behavioral health beds in our area.
This also makes us the only inpatient behavioral health provider this side of the state. The decisions are not easy, but this is a necessary one. We are adding 4 inpatient behavioral health beds to meet the needs of our community, patients, and families who need it.
The addition brings their total to 34 beds in inpatient behavioral health. Happening today, a section of Cass Street in downtown La Crosse will be closed. The city will close both east and westbound lanes of Cass Street from 7th to 3rd Streets for the Downtown Tree Project. The city hasn't announced an end date for the work and says no detour will be posted. Drivers should plan alternate routes and expect some delays. Green thumbs and big hearts were hard at work yesterday at Northwoods International. Volunteers kicked off their week by preparing the school garden for the new academic year. This green initiative is led by Grow, a local nonprofit that partners with schools to connect youth with healthy food through hands-on experiences.
We love to have the kids in the garden. We love to have volunteers come out and help support it because that's what it's all about, is bringing the community in and having everybody involved.
If you'd like to help Grow prep the other partner gardens for the upcoming school year, you can visit our website.
How about a bit cooler for you for the next couple of days? We'll go into today looking at widespread 70s for you. Then we'll see clouds increase on us as well going into the afternoon and into the evening hours with a 10% chance of a shower, maybe a sprinkle. We'll get into tomorrow with more sunshine for you, but temperatures fairly similar. Temperatures will be from 76 to 79 degrees. And as we go in the next few days after that, Thursday and Friday, well, high pressure will begin to build. 80s come back. We'll see them get into the upper 80s going into your weekend to near 93 degrees in some cases, and then slightly cooler for the beginning of next week.
All right. Yeah. Whoa. Then there's a 93 in there.
Yeah.
That threw me off. All right. Well, what's going on here? Prehistoric Spectacle took over a racetrack south of Seattle this weekend, but don't worry, no actual dinosaurs were involved. Thousands gathered to watch the T-Rex World Championship races, where about 200 participants donned these inflatable T-Rex costumes to run a 100-meter dash. Racers of all ages competed in categories ranging from 11 and under to over 50. This quirky annual event, now in its 6th year, began as a pest control company team building activity. I wonder how old the person who won was. Look at them go. They're pretty fast, huh?
Yeah, they are. They're really quick. Whoever
created that that design for
The
T-Rex.
costume. Yeah,
costume.
it's so popular. You see it just all
Brought
the
so
time,
much
right?
laughter to everyone.
Yeah, always popping up places. Well, thank you so much for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Tuesday.